Climate-fueled disasters, displacing millions across the Americas. Climate-driven disasters are displacing millions across the Americas, underscoring the urgent need for resilience and adaptation policies. Communities across the Americas are facing escalating displacement crises as hurricanes, floods, and wildfires wreak havoc at unprecedented levels. The Global Report on Internal Displacement 2025 from the Internal Displacement Monitoring Center, IDMC, highlights a troubling trend. Disaster-induced displacement reached a record-breaking 13.1 million movements in 2024 across the region. The 2024 hurricane season marked the 9th consecutive year of excessive storm activity, with hurricanes accounting for over 80% of disaster-related displacement. Hurricane Beryl, the earliest recorded Category 5 storm in the Atlantic, swept through the Caribbean, Yucatan Peninsula, and Texas, forcing 1.6 million Texans to relocate due to flooding and emergency orders. Hurricane Helene displaced more than 2 million people across Florida, South Carolina, and North Carolina, intensifying recovery struggles in storm-hit zones. Hurricane Milton triggered mass evacuations, with Florida officials ordering 5.9 million people to relocate, pushing county populations up by nearly 40% in temporary shelters. Cuba suffered from 2 major hurricanes, Oscar and Rafael, which displaced approximately 480,000 residents. Earthquakes, landslides, and widespread power outages further compounded the instability, affecting public health systems and worsening displacement conditions. Beyond hurricanes, extreme rainfall events intensified displacement in 2024. Brazil recorded its highest disaster displacement figures ever, with 1.1 million movements, most tied to catastrophic flooding in Rio Grande do Sul, where rainfall submerged areas comparable in size to the United Kingdom. Colombia declared a national disaster situation in November after severe floods and droughts displaced 91,000 people, with new legal precedents emerging to protect disaster survivors. As global temperatures continue to rise, wildfires and extreme heat events are fueling more displacement. The United States recorded over 266,000 wildfire displacements, mostly in California, where the Park Fire alone forced 66,000 evacuations. Brazil faced drought-fueled wildfires, triggering 9,400 displacements in Pará state, with dry conditions exacerbating agricultural losses. Despite these alarming trends, many governments in the Americas lack comprehensive resilience strategies to address climate-fueled displacement. Brazil is revising its national protection and civil defense policy to reflect new realities of climate-driven displacement. Colombia's constitutional court ruled that the government must prioritize disaster displacement protections, a landmark legal decision with potential regional implications. Florida's repeated evacuations exposed infrastructure weaknesses, prompting discussions on better storm mitigation planning. However, data gaps persist, making it difficult to track long-term displacement solutions and resettlement progress. Without better forecasting tools and disaster response frameworks, millions could remain displaced for extended periods. The record-breaking disaster displacement figures from 2024 should be a wake-up call for policymakers. Without stronger climate resilience efforts, urban infrastructure upgrades, and strategic relocation planning, displacement crises will only worsen in the coming years. Governments must invest in early warning systems, climate adaptation strategies, and community-led resilience programs to mitigate future risks and protect displaced populations. You've been listening to Sustainability Soundbites by E&E Leader. For partnership opportunities, reach out to a member of our team today.